Hi, dear ones. Happy full moon in Virgo. It is so lovely to connect with you. Here we are in the very last days of February. I'm excited so much for spring to be here. And for those of our friends who are in the southern hemisphere, you're going to be starting to shift into the winter months, fall and winter. And I'm excited for you too, because fall is always just such a magical time of year. But I'm just excited for the shift in energy. It just feels like things are opening up, things are getting easier. And in many ways, they aren't. We still have a lot of hard things we have to navigate as we shift basically an entire paradigm and the way things have been done for way too long. And we are shifting many paradigms within that. So, yes, there's much work to be done, and there's still difficult things to navigate. But things are different. They aren't 2020 anymore. And in the entirety of this year, we are engaged in an aspect called the Uranus-Saturn square, which just means that Uranus and Saturn are basically creating a square to each other. And squares require work. Squares require us to, like if you think about yourself sitting on a chair and your knees are bent, you have to exert force to be able to stand up straight and to get out of that chair. And that's kind of what a square does. It says, hey, I'm asking of you that something needs to be done and something needs to be shifted. And with these two planets being at the heart of that square, there's going to be moments that will kind of come out of the blue for us. And some of those moments are going to be shockingly kind of like, that's not really what I wanted to have happen. And some of those moments are going to be shockingly like, wow, I didn't see that coming. That is like a dream come true. And all of a sudden everything shifts and we're able to fulfill the desires of our heart. So I would offer to you that no matter how this energy shows up, and I believe for all of us, it will show up in both of those ways at different times. But to have, to offer that we would have the grace to move through them as well as we can and just set an intention, release with this full moon, because with full moons we usually release, new moons we usually set intentions. But this moon is powerful because it has that ability to allow us to bring our dreams to earth. And so setting the intention that we will move as gracefully through this square as we can, and that we will navigate it the best way we can and help us to move closer to true alignment, true authenticity, and the dreams that we hold in our heart. So this moon is beautiful because it is amplifying that square tonight. And it is saying, you have the potential to make your dreams come true. And I think it's a powerful moon for saying, okay, what are the things that have held me back or the things that I want to release tonight? And they may be as simple as like, well, I've been afraid nothing would change. I'm going to release that idea that nothing would change because things are changing. And I can offer that to you with wholehearted sincerity as an astrologer and a tarot reader. Things are shifting and we are going into a new energy. The old paradigms are being shaken and we are indeed able to build a new and more promising future for our kiddos, for those who will come after us. It's an exciting time, and it's a hard time, but it's an exciting time to be part of, to think that we're the generation that is part of this. The things that have happened in the last year in the skies, the astrological aspects haven't happened, some of them in like 800 years. We are a marvelous, magical generation that has been chosen to bring forward the new paradigms and to release the old things that really do not serve us anymore. And I'm sure many of you can think of many scenarios that I am alluding to, but all right, dear ones. So in honor of this full moon energy, I'm going to draw a card for you to kind of let you know what you need to release, what you can shift tonight as we go into the dark moon. It's a powerful time of redreaming and knowing what you want, knowing what your heart desires. And when we get to the new moon, which is in March, you can set the intention for that dream. But right now, I want you to dream into it and to feel the magic of it. All right, so we're going to draw a card here. So if you follow my channel for a while, you'll know you can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick all 3. Basically, it's up to you. But for those of you who picked card 1, we have the Ace of Cups. Aw, I love this card coming forward for those of you. So the Ace of Cups says that you have the potential and the emotional beauty that's coming into your life right now to create what you want. It's a very supportive energy. Like you look at the hands holding this cup and you look at the bird perched on the cup. There's communication, there's heart-centeredness, there's a feeling of connection that's coming through. But the Ace of Cups is just a gorgeous card for those of you who picked this. It is a new emotional beginning at its very core. And it says that the places where you have felt drained, where you have felt absolutely emptied and broken, that is shifting now. And you are beginning to experience a new influx of energy. And what you can release tonight is exactly what I said just a few minutes ago, is that release that fear that everything's staying the same, or things are going to continue to be this hard, or that it's just going to continue on being this horrible, fatiguing pandemic energy. Release that tonight and realize that no, there is a new energy coming in, and the new moon will be very potent for those of you who chose this card. It really will be a time of like, what do you dream? What do you desire? What do you want? You know, sometimes it's less about what you need, although that's very important too. But I think sometimes we're afraid to intend or to wish for what we really want. So wants almost get a bad rap. It's like, well, what you want is frivolous and what you need is important. It's like, no, what you want is important too, because that's what lights you up. That's what brings your heart this beauty and this meaning in life. So, all right. Oh, and I forgot to say, this is the Gentle Tarot by Mary in the Sky. I think I'm saying that right. And it's a beautiful deck. It's so wonderful because she lives in Alaska, and it's actually an indigenous, inclusive, beautiful deck created by her and her wanderings through that beautiful, rugged land. I'm loving working with it. The energy is just beautiful. But yeah, it's the Gentle Tarot, and I believe I'll try to link it below. I believe she might still have some for sale too. So, all right, card 2. Those of you who chose card 2. They're all sticking together. All right, those of you who chose card 2, we have the 4 of Wands. So this is a beautiful celebratory card. In fact, in the original tarot, it's like a wedding, you know? So I would offer to you that the energy around this card is to celebrate your wins, to celebrate the beautiful things that you have brought into your life, and the changes you have made. All of us have changed profoundly over this last year. None of us are in the same place. And it may feel like, you know, you're slogging through and your nervous system is tired and you can't take one more day. But when you look back, look at what you've shifted. Look at what you've navigated. Look at the strength you have shown in making it through this year. If nothing else, you know that you have succeeded in that. That's an incredible thing. And I know many of us have had, you know, mental health struggles and feeling so disconnected from those we need to be connected with. And this moon tonight is saying connection is possible, connection will come. And I would offer that perhaps that's part of your intention for this next new moon, is to find ways to connect. Even if they're very little, they will be very meaningful for you, because I do see this card as a card of connection, and it's very necessary for you. Even if it's connecting with a tree, connecting with your pet, connecting with a person in a safe way if you can, because I feel like it's very, very important. And there are ways, right? So even if it's talking to someone across the street with your mask on, but connect. That's very important for you. All right, and the last card, for those of you who chose card 3, let's see what card here. The card for you is the Root of Stones. Beautiful. So this is a Pentacles card, and this is a card of progress, of forward motion. You are indeed moving forward, dear one. It might feel like you're stuck. And if you've had that feeling like, I'm just stuck, I'm not going anywhere, the universe wants to assure you that you are moving forward in the way this plant has sent down deep roots, and it's taken a long while. If any of you grow a garden or plant a plant or plant a seed, you know it takes a while. It's amazing. And yet you don't even realize, like suddenly you'll be at the middle of the summer going, when did this plant get so big? Like you look at it every day and you don't always notice the progress that it's made. And that is you, dear one. There is progress. There is forward motion. You are moving in the direction you want to. If you have said to yourself, I don't think I'm getting anywhere, I promise you are getting somewhere, and you are moving in the direction you want to go. It's just incremental. The stones move slowly. You think about geological things change very slowly. If a river's wearing away rock, you know, it takes a long while. It won't take that long, I promise. But it's a slower process than you would want it to be. You want it to be where you want it to be tomorrow. And the universe is saying, no, it may not be that soon, but it is coming, and you are are indeed moving forward. For you, intending at the new moon will be about dreaming into what, like really having clarity, really having a focus of what you desire. And it may be about sitting down and actually writing that down. I feel like that will be important for you. Actually, like, again, it's a Pentacles card, making it concrete. Sometimes we can have things floating around in our head. And when you actually take the time to put it down, it looks different on paper than you thought it was in your head. I've had that happen so many times. I'm like, oh, I know the answer. I know what I would intend, or I know what I would answer. And the minute I write it down, it shifts somehow. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that's quite how it was inside of me. And writing gives it that clarity to help it to really pop out and make sense to you. So, all right, dear ones, I hope that brings you some encouragement and some insight for this beautiful full moon we have. It actually, I think, was exact in the wee hours of the morning for me, and that would be about maybe 8 hours or so ago for you. But the energy is in vogue all day and tonight, so you can work with that moon still and still feel that beautiful releasing energy and know that things are shifting. So if you would like to work with me further, I have a mentorship program to learn tarot, and I also would be so honored and so glad to do a reading for you. I have a good number of readings in my shop that are fun to peruse, and just pick one and see what would light you up and help you to work really consciously with this energy and have a reading just for you. I would be honored to do that for you. So as always, I'm wishing all of you so much love, so many blessings. You all mean the world to me. Any like, comment, or share, I get so excited. I do a happy dance every single one. So thank you. It means the world to me to have you all there. And I am sending you so many full moon blessings, and I will talk to you in the next video.